Well, hello, everybody. Oh my goodness, February just keeps clicking by. Don't forget, March 4th, we're going to be talking about eliminating and or very much reducing procrastination at Wisdom Warriors. So make sure you're all signed up. And in advance of that, we're going to talk a little bit today about a way to reduce that procrastination. We have talked about this in the recent past, and it's such a powerful way to do, to fool procrastination, I guess you might say. I want to bring it back. And I want to say that this came from a show that I was recently interviewed on for neurodivergent parents of neurodivergent people. Of course, you don't have to be neurodivergent to work with me, not at all, but you could be. And so to that end, Samantha Foote had me on her podcast. It was such a delight. So make sure you take a look at that too, and I'll be including that when this goes out as an email. So here's the scenario, right, is that we have all of these really big dreams. And especially where it's February and really just, 6, 8, 9 weeks ago, we kind of came out with sort of like, both guns shooting, right? Like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this. I'll never ever forget a few years ago, my 22-year-old really did. He woke up and he was going to be a vegan. He was going to, start running. He was going to, I don't know. It was all manner of things that he was going to be doing. Getting up at 5 a.m. and meditating, all of the things all at once. And I said to him, you may want to just tone that down a little. And he promptly, he just ignored me. And he did do some of the things for a few weeks there. And then, of course, it fell flat. And recently, this was a few years ago, recently he mentioned that probably he should have listened to me. So this isn't about me being right at all. It's just about our brains want to do it all and we want to do it now. And we have these big, big dreams. And sometimes they're so big that they get overwhelming. And sometimes they're so big that we just want to put the covers back on. And we can see that first step and we can see that last step, but those middle steps are not so easy. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to get those steps. But before I do that, I also want to mention that sometimes it is not all about having the steps or not having the steps. It might be, like in the last blog or video that I did, which is you just need some more rest right now. And that's okay. Slowing down to speed up is one of the most misunderstood and underutilized strategies that we have as entrepreneurs or as productive individuals. This go all the time is to our peril lots of time. And when you do give yourself the rest that you require, rest is real, rest is required. And one time somebody told me, sleep is not the enemy. So even if it's not straight up sleep, even if it's a rest from social media, a rest from being inside, go outside. Those types of rests are also very important. Now let me dive into the strategy that I talked a little bit about, among other things, in the podcast that I'll include. And again, we're going to really expand on this. We're going to go into all different things on March 4th. So the deal is you've got the big dreams and you want to have small steps. But first of all, there are these voices in your head saying it's not good enough to do these small steps. We might even have a story running on our head saying that that's the way slackers do it. The question is where did that come from? There's all this head trash in the back, right? If you can try to take the head trash and move it over for a little bit, here's a strategy. take out a blank sheet of paper or a whiteboard. Start writing down everything. Just do that brain dump. Just write down everything that you have got. The next thing to do is you take all those different things, different items, and start categorizing them. Put each item on an index card and start piling them together. Maybe some of them have to do with losing weight. Some of them have to do with, what you'd love your business to look like in 6 months or a year. Some of them have to do with your home. Some of them have to do with your child's health. Some of them have to do with your significant other. Like, there's all different things. Write them down, categorize them, okay? And then what I want you to do is, as you have them in categories, put them all out on a table or the rug and say, okay, just quickly look at them. Go with your brain that lives in you, not your brain right here, but your soul, and say, all right, what do I got to do first? And you'll pick something up. You take that thing and you turn it over and you place it on the desk or the floor, okay? Then you do the same thing all over again. What's the thing that is most calling to me? You pick that up, turn it over, and you place it on top of the card you just had, okay? And you do that again and again and again until all your cards are no longer on the floor or on your desk or on the table, but rather they're now in a pile. And when you turn the pile over, guess what you have on the top? You have your highest priority, and you cannot worry about the other ones because those are underneath. Now, sometimes it's not easy to pick. And in that case, there's like 4, ways you can take a look at it. It's important or not important. How long is it going to take? What duration? What the cost is going to be. Is it going to cost a lot or a little? And there's one more that I'm not remembering. So if it's not important, get it off your list. Truly, if it's not important, get it off your list. You'll unlikely get to it anyway, and it's just a lot less angst, right? If it's going to take a long time or a short time, do the shorter durations first. And do the ones that are going to cost less first. And the cost could be money. The cost could be time. The cost could be a lot of ways you do cost. So at the top of the list, when you're deciding, say it's between 3 things. If it's important, short duration, and low cost, right? Pick those things should rise to the top. Okay? So that's what I got for you today. Again, don't forget to come March 4th. I have a special surprise I'm going to be telling you about. It's an opportunity to, dig deeper into your greatness at that time. However, there'll be a lot of amazing content just like this. There'll be the opportunity to ask a lot of questions and even some hot seat coaching if that's what your pleasure is. So I will see you then. Bye-bye.